Now, I know you're a Bitcoin guy. Okay, I mean, I know it's not your net worth. You don't have billions of it, but you have a lot of Bitcoin, and of course, I don't care about the currency itself. That's not. I don't understand. Like I said, I told you last week, but I do want to discuss the chart pattern in the Bitcoin, and I want to get your view. I know you don't chart regularly like that, but to me, I mean, at some point there has to be some profit taking. There's got to be some selling here at some point. And now you got guys like Jim Cramer saying that Bitcoin's going to a billion. I mean, to a million, to a million. He did come out and say it's going to a million. What are your thoughts of that? And what do you look for? Just from again, not whether the currency or not, just from a pure chart standpoint. What do you think?
Sure. Well, it's kind of worrisome that Jim Cramer says it's going to a million, but yeah, the next resistance target I have is at roughly 3,080 on Bitcoin, and then I think we could get a pullback from there. I personally haven't sold any yet, but at this, we're up so much that I think it's prudent to take some off the table. I'm looking to do it just over 3,000, so that's where we're going to take a little bit off. I'm going to keep the rest because the potential for there's going to be at least one digital currency that I think goes to the moon. Is it going to be Bitcoin? It could be. There's others out there.
Speaking of other asset classes, did you sell some Bitcoin last week?
Yeah,
you reached your target, didn't it?
Yeah, once we broke over 3,000, we got close enough to my target that there wasn't a point in waiting. You could wake up the next morning and find out your target got hit and you missed it. So yeah, we sold.
Now this brings me to something that we don't typically talk about. We have an occasion, but Bitcoin, right? Now you and I talked when Bitcoin was over 3,000. I know you sold some of yours, but now it collapsed a little bit. It's down 33%, basically down to 2,000, and the other ones are getting their butts whipped right now. Does that have any effect? Do you think does that correlate at all to gold or to silver or to any of the alternatives? Or what's your thought process from there? I know you don't chart as actively as you chart everything else, but what is your thought process of that?
My thinking there is just appetite for risk assets for Bitcoin and Ether and the rest of them. I'm positive on cryptocurrencies going into the future. I think they're going to be a big deal. I hope they're going to be a big deal. We need alternatives to fiat currencies, and I like gold and silver. I like Bitcoin and the others. Yeah, I think it's just a gauge of risk appetite, which you would think would be pretty good right now since we just hit new highs in the market. In any case, on the technicals in Bitcoin, we're very close to support. I think we're gonna I'm looking at it right now. We're at about 1,900. And I think we're in a bounce from here. Probably
back 25.
We go a little bit lower, like 1,800, and then we should have support there. It's a rising support, so anywhere in here would work as a buy.
All right. I mean, again, I just want to bring it up because I know it's some people follow it, and I know you do specifically.